Hi, it's Dee with Dee Garone Photography. I'm here to talk about kind of a weird topic. Should you hire a professional or just a friend? I've got a few tips that may change your mind or may help make the decision. But first, make sure you like and subscribe and leave some comments and some love below. I post something every Saturday, and it could be on do-it-yourself for your wedding or tips and tricks for vendors. Whichever you are looking for, whatever you need, I'm here to help. So, to start, first I will tell you the things you need to look for in a wedding photographer. You want to make sure that the wedding photographer is not only a great photographer, but that they're personable, that they have great reviews. Look at their full portfolio and ask if you can see an album from a recent wedding from start to finish. And I'm happy to provide that to anyone who asks and show everything from the getting ready all the way to the end with the dancing. And I deliver photos that may not be gallery print worthy, but to the bride and groom, they mean something. It's got a photo of Abuelita. Yeah, I'm going to make sure that that's put into your album. But to a stranger, that's not what they're going to see normally in my portfolio. It's not something that necessarily showcases my best work, but it is a beautiful photo and it means something. So for a client to be able to see, look, I'm photographing everything in between. I'm not just looking for that one gallery print and lighting and everything to make this one perfect photo. I'm doing a full day's job from start to finish. So the issue is wedding photography gets a little expensive. So why not just ask for the friend who has a professional camera? Maybe they're an Instagram star and they know how to take some photos. Why not ask them for photos on your wedding instead? Few tips or things to think about beforehand. I have all of the insurance, the training, and the education to make sure I know what to do in any situation. Whether my camera decides to die, or there's people in my shot, or I'm stuck in a situation where it's raining, or things are kind of chaotic, I have already done this and know how to corral people. I know how to keep calm under pressure and manipulate the situation so that everyone is happy, so that everything is running smoothly. My focus the entire day is on the bride and groom. I don't know anyone else, or even if I do, that's not what I'm focused on. I'm focused on the wedding day and capturing the perfect photos. Now, as a friend, they may have a shot list that you've given them, so they know exactly what they're supposed to be taking, but maybe they're too focused on those photos and they don't actually get to enjoy the wedding. Or they may miss something because they get distracted and they're only used to shooting what is supposed to be on the list. They're not ready for whatever gets thrown their way. I'm looking at everything from the very beginning all the way to the very end, and that means making sure your timeline is set up beforehand all the way to the end, and making sure any blemishes that come out that show up the day of are actually edited out, things that are distracting in the background that are unavoidable, because as a professional, I will try to avoid things in the background. It hurts to hear of anyone, any bride, who is just unsatisfied with their photography. This is what is left after the wedding day. After the wedding day, the only thing that's left over is your spouse and your photos. So why wouldn't you want to make sure that you're putting emphasis and love and details into what will be lifelong? What happens if something happens to these photos after? What happens if an SD card fails or their hard drive is corrupt and all of a sudden all of these images that you've been dreaming about are gone? I mean, as a professional photographer, that's a major stressor for me, but I have 6 different backups and I have so many different processes in place to make sure that even if all my edits were destroyed, I have original files somewhere backed up that I could start all over. If that was the word, that would be my worst case scenario, is if I had to start and edit from the beginning. But if that happens, it's okay because I still have your original files. When you're weighing the pros and the cons of hiring a professional or a friend, also look at everything outside of a budget. As a photographer myself, I am very, very happy to work with you to match your budget. No matter the budget, I can do something to help. It may mean we only have a limited time together. You may be able to work with a team member instead. Someone who is trained under the same photographer, but is still a professional and knows what they're doing and has all of the contracts and insurances to make sure you are set and good to go. If you have any questions regarding how to create the perfect day and capture it all without a hitch, I'm your gal. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help. We'll talk soon. The video camera was like creeping down. I'm over here, camera. Thanks. Bye.